Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing, or almost done, seeding this field. I had a bite to eat, and Kyle continued working feverishly as I slowly poke my way along. Kyle and I are talking tractors. Mine's broken, his is fixed. But so now you were saying that it has like a pulley system in it too, or that's the old one, the International.
Yeah, that's the old International. Has a pulley drive, a PTO, the 2-point lifter, and it had a homemade loader on it, which is like complete crap. The only cool thing about that loader is the way it dumps the bucket.
Okay.
Is there's a chain that goes from like the where the controls are for the loader. Is you don't have a bucket control. It just has a chain hooked to a cable that would go the length of the boom.
Okay.
And what that did is it pulled a pin on the back of the bucket, and the bucket would just fall.
Oh, okay. Like you remember in the Heritage Pack,
Yeah.
like from the 2015, they had that same idea. Like that's how the bucket lifter was. You yank it and it would fall.
Yeah, that's all it is. You just grab that chain and pull, it'd yank the pin out, and if you were fast enough and your timing was good, because like when you pull the chain, it would get stuck in the back,
Right.
in the back position, and so you'd have to, keep jerking on a little bit, and it would release. And if your timing was good enough, the moment the bucket dropped, it would usually drop so fast it would hit real hard on the boom and bounce back up.
Okay.
And it would lock itself back in place if you were fast enough.
That's hilarious.
Because if it didn't, you would have to put it on the ground. You'd have to back up with the bucket on the ground and, unroll
it back
from
into place.
under the boom.
Oh, that's a pain.
Yeah, but if you were quick, it'd drop down, you'd hear a loud bang, and it'd pop back up, and you'd hear that pin drop into place.
Bam! That's hilarious.
But yeah, someone tried to do what should have been a stock thing from the factory, but they're like, oh, I'll just make my own. And
Now, was that a family tractor, or was that something that like your
my grandfather bought it for me back when I was like 12.
That's so funny. Like, here's a tractor, Kyle.
Yeah. Because, like, when I was 8, he got me an old International Cub Cadet. And then he got me that Model A. And both of them were crank start.
Now, is that the house that you grew up in?
Not really. Like, I visited for summers.
Oh, okay. So is this your grandparents' land then? Is that where you're at now?
Yeah.
That's so cool. So he would keep the tractor there for you, and then
Yeah.
dude, that's awesome.
And I'd use it for, like, little odds and end jobs. And we bought a little itty-bitty trailer for it so I could haul stuff and feel like I was doing something for the farm.
That's so cool. Yeah, but you probably loved it,
Oh, yeah. Eventually I sold the Cub Cadet. A tractor collector who like refurbs old tractors and stuff for tractor shows. He saw me driving it one day and eventually stopped by to see if I'd sell. He was like, I can give you $3,000 cash right now for it.
Sold.
Sold. But I still have that Model A, but it's all seized up now. And it's already been overhauled twice, so if you do it a third time, you're just going to compromise all the integrity of that engine.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't know that there was like a limit to it. How big
Well,
is the engine?
It's an old 4-cylinder engine.
I mean, can you put a new engine in?
No, because this also came from an era when the engine was the chassis.
Oh.
It wasn't like modern tractors that have a chassis and they can drop an engine into it.
Right.
The engine was the chassis. The engine was bolted to the transmission, and the transmission and the rear axle were all one and the same. And on the bottom of the engine at the front was a bracket that you put the front axle on.
That's hilarious. Now
and so, like, you can't replace the engine without just basically replacing the tractor.
That's crazy and funny. Man, this is really slow. But you know what? It's not doing a bad job, really. I've gotten quite a lot of the field done. I mean, probably 30% versus your like 80%.
You mean 70?
70. Oh yeah, that'd be 20. Yeah, math was never my strong suit.
Now that old tractor was fun, and you could get the idle so low that you could hear individual cylinders firing.
That's awesome.
And it was cool because we had to fix the we had to do some repair on the distributor cap, and we couldn't remember what the firing order was. And so we put the old distributor cap back on, turned the tractor on, and listened for which cylinders were firing.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and I still remember the firing order. 1342, 1342.
One and three, 4 and 2. Yep, they don't. It's hard to fix them like that now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's almost impossible. Those old engines were so frail that like we're lucky it survived the third overhaul.
So now your tractor, the white, that can be serviced pretty readily, though, can it?
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
it actually just finished. Like when I bought it, they had finished its yearly servicing.
Oh, I should let you go first. I'm sorry.
No, I can follow, or I'll just wait. But they had just done its, yearly servicing. But they had forgot to check like one of the most important parts, which was the front axle. And
oops.
Yeah, and while I'm using it on the farm, I'm loading up. There was this huge pile of like garbage wood in front of the garage.
Okay.
And some friends were over, and we were just throwing the wood into the bucket, and then I'd drive it out to the wood pile to dump it. And as I was coming back in, the front axle, the right tire, I don't know, caught something, the tiniest little bump, and some fracture that was in the
funk.
Yeah, it was in the front axle, but like the main part of it.
Okay.
And so that tire caught something, and it twists and just tears apart that front axle.
Oh my gosh. You're like, "Argh."
Yeah, the tractor just drops right onto the ground, and now I'm like, the tractor's like hanging out in the road now, and so I just like, all right, got to do what I can, and so I unlocked my my brakes so I could control the wheels individually, and stomped down on that right one real hard, and forced the tractor to turn that way, and drove it closer to the garage. And I called them up, and I was like, "Hey, what gives?" They came out and looked at it, and they're like, "Wow, we completely missed that." I was like, "Yeah, you sure did."
Are you going to take care of it? Because I'd like you to take care of it.
But it was far enough down the road that they were like, technically, this should have been your problem.
Oh.
But because you bought it, you haven't used it much, and that was a thing we were supposed to check for anyway. Let's split it half and half.
Oh, okay, well that's not too bad.
Yeah. So what would have been about a $300 or a $3,000 job, I paid $1,500 on it.
That's not too bad. I mean, it's still a lot of money. But
it was a $1,500 front axle.
And that was on the white tractor that you're using now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then after they fixed it, I guess they forgot to recenter the steering because the steering yoke broke too. And they forgot to center it before bolting the yoke back on. And so I go to get in the tractor after they put everything back together, and it's stuck in full right lock. I can't make a left turn at all with this thing. And so I called them up and I was like, hey guys, I can't steer the tractor. I can't do anything with this tractor. And they're like, we forgot to center it. We'll send a guy back out. And the next day, a guy comes out, recenters the steering on it, and now it works great.
You're like, can I say you're fired? Like, you guys suck.
Well, the pair of mechanics they sent out normally don't do these repairs.
Oh,
but
okay.
They were the only mechanics they had on hand that day. These guys are normally the the attachments guys. They're working on things like, the headers for cutting machines and all the, and fixing balers and stuff like that.
Right.
And so they were having to do everything by a book that was written, back when the tractor was built. And that came from an era when common sense was a pretty standard thing, so people knew you might want to check the steering before you bolt this whole thing together. And they didn't check for that stuff, and
because they just didn't know. Yeah.
They was like, whatever, put it on, it'll be fine.
Oh my. Oh, you gave this tractor in 2-wheel drive. That's hilarious.
You can what?
This tractor can be a 2-wheel drive. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. I think the only tractor that can't is mine.
Yes, that's correct. It's time to fertilize. What do you think? Wait a minute. Where are we parking? These can go in here.
What?
The Massey larger tractors. I'm going to grab the smaller tractor to do fertilization.
Oh, what's this thing sitting over here?
What you wear? That's a weight.
Oh.
It's the wrong weight.
You need to push that thing into a garage or something.
You have to. I think you have to lift it with the back. Here, bring that over here. Follow me. Let's wash that puppy up. You think it's better on the computer than the iPad, Goose? I think you're right. Now, rumor has it that Farm Sim is coming out for the Nintendo Switch.
That'd be handy.
Yeah, I might get it.
A lot of people want it.
I might do it. Maybe it'll come out when the expansion comes out or something. There you go. And you are all clean, ready to go.
To go make it dirty again.
Make it dirty again, that's right. I'm going to grab the... I got to find it first. The small tractor to get ready to fertilize. If you want to... I don't know, do we fertilize...
I'd fertilize now while we can see the field.
Yeah. Do you want to grab the other Massey with the and put narrow tires on it? The one that you're going to buy the garage that you're headed for? The one that
There's
I just
another...
parked? Or do you want to run the open top one?
I can run the open top.
It's cold out. Actually, it's 52. It's not too bad. It's getting... Man, John sounds miserable. Ryan's getting medicine, John. You'll feel better as soon as he gets home, all right? We'll get some medicine in you and you'll feel a little bit better, all right? Don't be sad. Let me put some care wheels on this for you. And, let's see, this goes here. Poor John. He's sounding miserable. And he was fine this afternoon. I had him out. We were walking around.
All right, so where do we put the big guy? I don't remember.
I'll get it. Just park him. Just leave him running. I'll put it away because I need to service it. Here's this guy, and I've got a fertilizer. If you look, see this red barn directly ahead, like in front of the tractor? Go out to the right and make a left turn, and you'll see the fertilizer sitting out on the other side of this barn. So,
all right.
Yeah, keep going. It's like straight ahead. No, wait, no, go back. Behind you now. Now
Alright,
go
so where
forward.
am I going?
Go around that brown building. On the other side of it, you'll see the fertilizer.
Ah, okay.
Roof, roof.
Hush!
Hush up, dog. Did you find it?
Yep.
It's real little. I'll be out to join you in a minute.
Man, we're gonna have to be filling these things up constantly.
They hold 1,000 though, which isn't too bad. That's bigger than the Convernland. Convernland.
Oh, it holds 2,000.
Oh wow. Okay, 2,000.
Boy, that's an awful lot for this tiny little container.
Actually, this one does
Almost
have
magic.
narrow. Standard, customize. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I'll be right out. Okay, yeah, this is the... No, see, this is a different... The new Massey Ferguson kit has a different cockpit for this tractor. The updated version. So they changed it. They have like a version 2 of it. Because this is a different cockpit than what I had. Weird. Poor mate. You sad, matey?
Holy moly, does this thing really spread that far?
Does it got a big spread?
I don't know, I haven't turned it on yet.
Oh, I forgot to get fuel in the other one. Well, we can
Oh,
go.
wow. Yeah, that thing's got a huge spread on it. Oops, wrong way.
Fill it up. Well, that's good to know, so we won't be out there too long doing it. Oh yeah, we got all the baling equipment. Look at that. I didn't even know. Go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna customize this one with narrow tires. That's cool. We got narrow tires too. Ouch. Oh. My foot slipped off the pedal. I'm barefoot tonight. And it got me. So is that emptying out real fast or no?
Haven't even started yet. Still trying to line up.
Oh, okay. Are you using the Jippers mod?
Sort of.
Sorry.
Like I'm using it to show me the lines, but I'm trying to manually drive. But it's kind of a pain to line up this spreader because it's like it's not matching the automatic width, just right. So I'm having to fiddle with that to try to get it to be the just right.
Oh, I'm out of fertilizer. Okay. Shizzle sticks. I'm just going to park this here for now. I'm going to run to the store and get some more fertilizer.
All right.
Because that's all we got.
Boy, that went in a hurry.
Yeah, well, they only start you with like 1 or 2 bags, right? So. I need the forks.
Are you taking a trailer?
Yep. I gotta find where they are, though.
Buy like 6 bags or something.
Yep.
Did we add the pallets extended mod?
I have it. I don't remember if we added it or not. Let me look at the
Oh,
store.
these tractors couldn't pick up the big pallets anyway.
Yeah.
Because you need the lever to pick those up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're huge.
Oh. I mean, I could probably get a bigger one. Couldn't I get like at least a slightly larger one, like a 2,000 liter?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Put a huge weight on the back of your tractor.
This one doesn't have weights. Or, yeah, I guess I could. I can't take the trailer with the weight, though.
Should be able to.
I can? Maybe I can.
I mean, you might have to have the weight in the up position or something, but...
Oh, no. I went the wrong way. Poor John. You feeling sick, matey? This was a bad idea.
What'd you do?
Oh, I just can't get this trailer out. It's too cramped in this garage for these trailers.
I think the mistake was putting them in there sideways.
Yeah. It's
Should have put them in straight.
Oh, I can only get 2 in, though, then. This does have... Yeah. Poor John. He's just laying up here miserably moaning. Oh, come on. Flip up. Ah. Crud. Jeepers criminy. It's going to be tomorrow before I get this thing all together. Oh, come on. Get that up. Get it up. There, oh, there we go. All right, good. I feel like Birdie. No, not Birdie. What's the track? Terrence. Terrence the tractor.
What is that?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh.
One of the characters.
Wasn't there when I watched the show.
No, he's one of those one-off characters. Like, you meet him once or twice. Like, he's not in every episode. He only shows up once in a while. Nope, I can't pull the trailer and do the MF at the same time. Unless maybe, let me try lowering it. See if that works. Nope, can't do both. Crap.
Bummer.
Crap.
Well, when you get there, you can just rent a weight.
Rent a lever.
No, not a lever, a weight.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Because that'll be like, what, $2?
Yes. Unfortunately, these trailers also sit really high, so it's like, you better be serious about what you're doing. Let's see. How do I get there? 9.
Loopy Man is playing Cluster Truck.
Seth. Oh, this was probably not the right way. Dang it.
You know what, being I don't know if it's just being a veteran or whatever, but every time I see, like, in a Facebook post or something, somebody puts in, like, oh, starting up a new farm with, you know, the MF series. And I can't help but think in the bad term for MF. I'm using these old school MF tractors.
Like, watch your mouth.
Yeah, I'm like,
You just fertilized
why
my
did
face.
that thing come on? That wasn't supposed to turn on.
I've got fertilizer all over my eyeballs. Stop, drop, and rinse.
I remember when my neighbors, they had one of those tripod-looking fertilizer spreaders come over,
Okay.
and they were doing solid. And I thought I was far enough away,
Oh,
and that thing was, yeah, that thing can chuck some fertilizer like super far. And it was chucking some like hard pellets because they were supposed to last all year, and so it takes them a really long time to break down. Man, this little like BB just comes, like, a whole bunch of them just come at me and just pelt me in the face. Ah!
Did you have like poo marks all over your face?
Well, it's not poo. It's just throwing the.
Oh, it was the white pellets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But it throws a super concentrated one that takes a long time to break down, so it'll last all year.
So it's like getting hit with hail. Ow!
Yeah.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Like hail fired out of a shotgun.
I hate getting into the shop. Dang it! I gotta make it so tight. Oh, at least I got the right tractor for tight turns.
Yeah, I do like that tracked Massey for that, where you can just spin in place.
Let me in! I have to actually physically open the gate by hand. I thought it would open for me. Actually, I might just buy a weight and leave it up here. In fact, when I reset stuff, does it come up? No, it goes to the farm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So should I get it just a monster? Let's see, this is 2,500 kilograms. That's actually the biggest weight you can get. Whoa, okay, well. Select it, buy it, yes. And we're going to buy, let's see, a fertilizer.
All right. I'm not going to be fertilizing this whole field either, because it left a teeny tiny little strip, and
That's all right, don't worry
throwing 200 liters of fertilizer to
So
get that
8,000
little
liters,
strip.
you don't think I could pick that up, do you?
Not with that loader.
How much is the biggest you think I get? Probably 2,500, right? Because that's the weight that I'm putting on it?
Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, like, when I pick up that 8,000 one with the lever,
Yeah.
even the lever's back
It's like
wheels
tipping it
are
over,
like,
right?
it's floating.
2,000. So I'm going to buy one.
Here,
Buy
got to get to
two.
40.
3, 4.
It's like I'm driving a tractor with bicycle tires on it.
And then we're going to get some big seed pallets. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, that stupid curb.
4. That should be plenty for a long time, actually. Ooh, the fireworks are going crazy. Some of these must be doing a fireworks show.
Well, I just did all of what is it, 36 or whatever,
Awesome.
and
Do you have stuff left?
I'm down to 68%.
Okay, well that's not too bad because that's a huge field.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm lifting these 2,000s without the weight on. No problems.
Well, and also that tracked thing is probably way better at doing lifting than all the other tractors that have that,
Right.
magical suspension that they shouldn't have.
Magical. That's a good way to put it. It's very, very kind words. Yeah. On this side. Sorry.
Using that, that magical MF suspension kit.
There we go. Watch your mouth.
I don't know why they won't fix the tires on this equipment, because it would make it all work much better if it wasn't collapsing every time you attach something to it.
What tires? What are we talking about?
How the suspension, like, you go to pick something up, and you can see the like the tires, like the quote unquote suspension collapsing under the weight.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
tractors don't have suspension. If a thing is too heavy, it'll just simply refuse to pick it up. That's all that happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
If it's beyond the abilities of a tractor, the tractor just won't pick it up.
Not going to do it.
If it doesn't have the strength to do it, it doesn't do it. Kind of like my neighbor's Massey Ferguson. You can't pick up more than 2 bales. Like, that is the exact limit of their tractor, is 2 of their large square bales.
The large bales, right, right.
Any more than that, and the loader won't work. And the engine makes really weird noises.
I'm going to try those 4500s next time in like 2 years when we need it. Or 4 years. Yeah, we've got enough seed to last like for the rest of our lives. I got like 8,000 liters of seed. Now the fertilizer I can see running out of faster, but crud buckets, ugh, just can't get lined up. Alright. This is going to be a good breaking point. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying this series. Hopefully you're not going to see me flip this thing off into the wild, wild west. Hopefully it'll stay on. But anyway, I'm hoping that you're enjoying this series as we continue to work on the Seasons mod with Lostberg. This has been quite a challenge, actually, but I'm enjoying it a lot, and it'll be interesting to see how things go with the Seasons mod. Have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you in the next exciting episode of Massey Ferguson Farm. Have a great night.